media project for the research task for audience expectations. We wanted to go outside and find out what real audience thought about thriller films and in general other films and what their expectations were. For example, is it for pleasurable needs, is it for escapism or diversion? And so here's some of the people that were interviewed. Hi.
Hi, my name is Caroline, I'm 13 years old.
What type of thriller movies do you watch?
I watch Batman sometimes. I haven't seen the others yet. I'm not really interested in thrillers all the time.
Okay. And how often do you watch thrillers?
Maybe after 1 month or something, it depends if I'm in the mood to watch it.
Okay.
And why do you watch thrillers?
Like, just so when I've got something new to watch instead of watching the same old thing.
Oh,
Like
okay.
different.
So because you're bored?
Yeah, or something. Like different.
Alright then. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Hi, I'm 23.
What type of films do you watch?
The main kind of films that I like are really films with a fantasy element in them, such as Lord of the Rings, or films containing historical elements, such as Troy, Alexandra.
So they're more like
that.
documentary, kind of realistic recreations of history. And
Almost, yeah.
fantasy. Would you consider watching like romantic comedies or anything like that?
I do watch romantic comedies sometimes, but that's more kind of when you just want to chill out a little bit, but you don't really want to concentrate too much. I kind of prefer films where your mind's active a lot and you have to keep thinking, sort of thing.
So would you consider thriller or horror the thriller or horror genre?
Watching them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy watching lots of horror movies and thriller movies, although I feel that nowadays the horror films aren't what they used to be.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that really nowadays when you watch horror films, they're not actually that scary and they're all quite predictable and it's all kind of been done before. Whereas films that were more simplistic, like maybe in the 1980s, like Halloween, that didn't have a lot of effects in them and stuff, but created their suspense via music, were a lot more effective than the films that they have in the modern era right now.
So you would conclude the fact that horror movies are not meeting the audience expectations?
Definitely. In fact, I think most movies nowadays aren't meeting audience expectations.
And what do you think the audience expectations of any of the genres you mentioned before?
I think it's just to keep you entertained or at least thinking for the whole way through and not to be predictable. But nowadays it's kind of, we've seen everything and they're just kind of rehashing ideas of old stuff that's already been done.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, my name is Sam Bala. I'm about 60 years old and I'm a financial advisor.
Okay. What type of films do you watch?
Well, I normally watch the films in the TV most of the time, but normally they are like detectives, thrillers, that kind of stuff.
Can you name any thriller movies? Old ones, new ones?
Scream 4,
Okay.
The Birds.
Yeah. And why do you watch these kind of movies?
I think that they kind of give you a bit of a suspense and thrill.
Okay. Alright.
Thank you.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello there, I'm 12, I'm 16.
Hello there, my name is Kay and I'm 17.
What type of films do you watch?
Action, mainly combat and martial arts.
Yes, it's basically the same as Toph said. I watch a lot of action and combat related movies.
Yeah.
Okay. And why do you watch these genres?
We watch these genres because like for motivation, most of the time to motivate like ourselves into training, for example, and at times when we're around mates it's for pleasure or entertainment.
It's good because like you see fighters showing off their skills and technique and you just want to be like them and it kind of like motivates you for it and it keeps you going in life.
Okay, so you're watching them because they're typical synopsis. Have someone struggling and then overcoming the struggle and obviously do you watch it at all for escapism?
No, we don't really watch it for escapism because like what happened before.
We don't escape, we want to be in like
we
other
wanna-
actions
It's like
and
a
all
fantasy.
that. Yeah.
I'm Sophia, Mr. Lacey, and I'm 23.
What type of movies do you watch?
I like quite a variety of different films. I like I like all the cheesy rom-coms, but from time to time. And most of the films I like have a kind of historical element to them, or maybe a sociological element to them.
Would you say you watch rom-coms for escapism?
Yeah, pure escapism, when I don't really want to think, just want to watch something trashy and just relax.
Do you know of any rom-coms from the top of your mind?
Maybe Notting Hill. It's a bit old, but it's a good rom-com.
And what would you say audience expectations are of a romantic comedy?
Usually a bit of cheese is involved. There's obviously a romance that happens, and there's usually a change to the plot halfway through, and you think things are going to go one way, and then it changes, and then it's usually a happy ending.
Alright, thank you.
That's okay.
My name is Mohammed and I'm 18.
Alright. What type of movies and films do you watch?
I like thrillers,
Such as?
like Taken.
Okay. And why is it that you watch it? What are the things that, as part of the audience, do you expect from a thriller?
Lots of tension,
A lot of tension. What else?
suspense.
And do you watch it for pleasure, raw
Watch it for
needs,
pleasure.
or okay? All right. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sarah and I'm 16.
What type of films do you watch?
I usually watch comedy and horror.
Okay. And do you have any examples?
For comedy, I think one of my favourites would be Home Alone because it's light-hearted and funny.
And why do you watch romantic comedies and horrors?
Usually because I want to divert my mind. If you're going through a stressful day, it just helps you to forget it and have fun.
So you'd say you watch them for like escapism reasons.
Yeah.
What other audience expectations do you expect from this genre?
Usually so that not too heavy a message so that they can't take it, but something light-hearted and funny.
Alright, thank you. What type of movies do you watch?
I enjoy all types of movies, let the truth be known, but I particularly enjoy, depending on my mood, comedies. I enjoy action films because they kind of take you away from real life. When I want to be scared, I quite enjoy thrillers and horror movies, those sorts of things. So a lot of it depends on the mood I'm in, but I generally enjoy all movies.
And why do you watch them?
I enjoy them, but I watch them to relax because I enjoy them. Helps you unwind after a day at work. It's a nice way to spend an evening.
And what do you think the audience expectations are, and are they being met?
From any particular movie?
For like thrillers or horror or any genre of your choice.
Okay, well if it's a comedy, then obviously people expect to laugh. If it's action, then people want to be blown away by what they see on the screen. If it's a thriller or horror movie, people want to be scared, want to be excited, and they expect to jump, maybe scream. Yeah, I think if it's a real life movie, I guess people want to feel moved by it, inspired by what they see on the screen.
Alright, thank you.
No worries.
What films do you watch?
I like to watch thrillers, sci-fi and a bit of horror.
And why is that?
It's because it's quite interesting and it's like you don't know what's going to happen next. Quite exciting and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it builds tension.
Builds tension. Yeah.
Would you say you watch it because due to like escapism?
Yeah, a bit, because that's what it is. It's quite intense. On the person.
So it diverts you from realism,
Reality,
basically.
yeah.
Reality.
Yeah, reality.
What type of films do you watch?
I've got really awful taste in film. I watch musicals. I watch the occasional drama. I quite like, kids films that are geared at adults as well, and I like old films. And I suppose I would say I watch films, of a not a quiet evening or an afternoon or whatever, so that I can forget everything else. Probably a bit of escapism maybe. Musicals in particular because I like to sing along, and that's really sad, but it's quite good fun. And they're silly and they're a bit of an escape from every day.
And what type of genres do you mostly like rom-coms, horror, thriller?
I do like a good thriller if I can concentrate. I'm not a massive fan of rom-coms though. If I'm on a plane, I'll put one on because I would never watch them otherwise, and I'd never go to the cinema to see one. But you know, if it's there and there's nothing else on, it's quite fun.
All right, thank you.